All right, in this chapter, we're going to talk about the basic ways you can create a kit in DX1, how you can modify it, how to add it to a particular invoice, and how to control some of the mechanisms around printing. All right, so the first thing is, where do I find my kits? Where can I go create them? Well, the first place you can go is when you're on the part inventory page. You'll see over here in the left-hand menu, you'll see an area that says kit list. I can click on that and it'll take me to the kit list page where I can see a list of kits. I can search kits by all fields names, kit number, description. I can look for part numbers within kits, things like that. All right, if I want to add a new kit, I'll click the plus add button. I'll give it a kit number. I can give it a kit description, demo 4, and then I can go down and I can start adding parts. I know I got my BR80S that I keep in stock. I can add that part to a kit. I have some screws I would like to add to the kit, whatever it may be. Maybe these things should be sold together. Again, you sell them as a kit. I can put the number that are required. In this case, I only need one for each of these. It shows me my quantity available, my quantity on hand. Now, about the pricing with the kit, um, one of the great things about DX1 managing your data is if the prices were to rise on these particular parts on a given night, we'll update those in the background. So when you're selling parts, it's automatically updated. Same goes for a kit. If you don't touch this price right now and it goes up to 425 overnight, we'll update your system and this price will show us 425 the next day. However, if you want to lock in the price and you want to be the home of the $9.99 for this, you could say this is $5 and you could go down and you can say this price is $4.99 and those prices will stay locked. Again, this will be the home of this kit for $9.99. Doesn't matter if the prices go down, they go up. The reality is I've overridden the prices right there and the unit extension is going to stay locked in. So that's an important part to understand in terms to how to control pricing around kits. So I've done that. I gave it a kit number, a kit description. I've added some parts. I could additionally add a fee. Maybe this kit is something I had to put together. I can add in an assembly fee. I can determine what it's going to be. It's $10 for me to put these things together for you. So when I sell you the kit, that's what I want to get out of it for doing that labor as well. Once I've done that, I can go ahead and I can hit save. I can also print labels for kits. Just like I can print labels for other parts, I can also print a label for a kit. It obviously won't show the items that make up the kit, but it will show the kit number and it'll display nice on your floor. Okay, so now that I've got a kit ready, the question is, how can I sell a kit? So from any type of parts invoice or a service invoice, you can go in and we have this great icon here that said search kits. I can go in here, I can search by my kit numbers I've been setting up. Here you can see different items I've been doing. I can pick the kit I just set up and I can add it to the invoice. Here I can see these parts are part of a kit. And the way I can tell is after the part description, you can see in green bold letters here, I have in parentheses that it is a kit and it's related to this kit number. So the kit number is 4, but the reality is it's just 4 parts in DX1. We don't put any restrictions on you to say you can only sell a kit if it's fully complete or it's fully in stock. We'll let you special order parts. We'll let you disband it. Maybe for this particular item, the customer doesn't want this battery. I could delete that so I don't need the battery core charge. I could delete that as well. And I can kind of chop up the kit as I need as I go. From there, it's pretty easy. I can take my payment for my process, hit complete sale. Now, this next part, and we talked about in dealership settings, you can set these next toggles to do something as default. Maybe when you show the invoice to the customer, you only want it to show the kit number and the kit description one price. You don't want them to know it's made up of these components. So you could hide additional details. And when the invoice prints off, it'll look like a normal part invoice. It'll have one line, it'll have the kit number, kit description, and price. If you want to go the other way and let people know what parts were part of the kit, you can do that as well. You can toggle off the toggle here. We can still hide the part numbers. And when I click print and we see my print preview, one of the things that we'll notice when it goes to the printer is that it'll show those additional details to the customer. So when we go over to history and we want to go in and we want to look at particular options here, if we look at a PDF of the invoice, we can see down here it showed the additional details. That's the component. So with that toggle at the end, this is what you're controlling whether this shows or not. It still shows as a kit up here in the description. We hid the part number, so there is no kit number. It was a total price, but again, here we've shown a breakdown of what the kit details were, and that was by a choice. So remember, you can control whether you show that or not when you're selling kits. Another great thing to look at when you're selling kits, and let's go ahead and take it one with multiple parts here, is rather than going in and adding parts to a kit manually, maybe this invoice had many of them, you have a completed invoice, you can click an icon from an invoice and it will also copy those parts right into a kit, making it a lot quicker than going in and basically typing in the manual numbers again. You may have already had an invoice where you sold a particular kit where you're like, that would be a good idea. That's a great example. Go to the history, find that invoice, bring all those part numbers over, and save yourself some time. You can also go into Fiche and find maybe you're making a clutch kit with some hard parts for a dirt bike, and you want to sell the clutch plates, which are fibers and steels and some springs. Again, rather than looking them up and typing them all in manually, you could go to Fiche, make a pick list, and send them straight here to a kit, give them a name. So there's a really a couple different ways you can make kits. We're trying to make it easy for you. You can come do it manually, type them all in. You can create a kit from an existing open invoice from invoice in history, or you can bring parts over from Fiche. So make sure you understand all those processes as they'll save you a lot of time. Hopefully kits are something that you'll use in your dealership and they can improve profitability and move more parts for you.